working this hard for a reason. Been a minute trying to make it. Saying, baby, this is our season. No, I ain't taking that. Been swimming this long in the deep end. Demons trying to visit me.
What up, though? Welcome to the Hus-Band Show podcast, where husbands band together and navigate this thing we call marriage. I am your moderator, Perry.
And I'm Treble T.
You got your boy Vince.
All right. Today we want to talk about for better or for worse. Is that even a thing we can apply in 2024? I'm gonna give a stat right quick. All right, divorces due to financial problems.
Financial problem.
Yeah,
The money
financial problems contribute to 20 to 40% of all divorces. A 2017 survey found that couples were more likely to fight about money if they had $50,000 or more in debt. Go ahead. You the finance man.
I would actually think that the percentages would have been a little bit higher because finance does tend to be the biggest rift, in a marriage that'll definitely take you to the finish. But I can tell you part of the problem becomes, when you start to live above your means early.
Yeah.
So when you're living above your means, where every day it's a constant struggle, you ain't got no relief. It's only gonna go so long.
Right.
And
Too much
during that
tension.
time frame, you start to have envy toward each other, and before you know it, it becomes a major problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I can see where finances will definitely play a huge part and destroy the marriage.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I thought the numbers would have been a little bit higher too. But Vince, what you got on them, my boy?
Yeah, I think a lot of the problem comes in too when you have different financial philosophies. You may have one person that's the earner, one person that's the spender, and there's no happy medium. You see what I'm saying? It's like, my wife accused me all the time of just blowing it. Just blowing it. You know what I mean?
I think I got a little bit of that in me.
Yeah. Even the kids know that shit. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm gonna make sure the bills are paid. But yeah, she always just like, oh, if you would just say something to me before you blah blah blah. And I'm like, I guess I could do that, but it's kind of make me feel like a little kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So that's where I can see how that shit is an issue.
And okay, so that's just one. I guess in the worst part. I guess infidelity. Definitely. That, but we're talking for better or worse. So is that the end all be all? You out? That's it. I'll go first, and I'll say, at this big age, I don't think so. And I'm being dead ass honest. I really do not think so.
Okay.
That's just me.
So I would say, in the definition in itself, for better for worse, means for eternity, right?
Yeah.
So that means ain't nothing else that can come between for better or worse.
Right.
True.
In those vows. Now our mental mindset, mentally most of us want to get back or want to get even.
Right.
Don't want to, you can't get one up on me. And that becomes part of the mentality of, okay, well, I just rather walk away.
Yeah.
And when you really look at it, that's something you could have probably talked out, could have got past.
Could have got counseling.
It was a mistake. Whatever the case of the matter was, it's for better, for worse.
Right.
It don't give you an immediate out of, I'm pissed off because it happened to me and I'm embarrassed or I'm ashamed or I feel some kind of way because it happened.
Right.
It's still for better, for worse.
Yeah.
That's true. But for some people, that is the worst.
The end all be all.
The end all be all.
Can't come back from there.
Yeah, it's like there's no fixing that shit.
Yeah.
Once you betray that trust, and it's hard to get that shit back. It's hard to get it back.
And is it trust, or is it because, like we talked about on the girls podcast, the male ego is just so fragile?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine going back to her after she been with another dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, I ain't talking about from past, but present day. You sleeping in my fucking bed every night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
It is, but you got to think about it again, man. And in the vows, man, as what it say.
That's true. That's true.
For better, for worse. That mean, to the end, brother.
Yeah. And like I said, man, it's just so. Ooh, man, because that's to me, that is the end all be all.
I got
you know what
you.
I'm saying?
I
But
got you.
again, speaking now, I can't. I'm not talking about earlier.
Right.
Perry, I'm talking about now.
Present day Perry.
I don't think that would. Matter of fact, I know it wouldn't.
You don't think it would?
Yeah, I want to get down to the bottom of this shit and find out like what the fuck really happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get down to the bottom of the root of the problem.
Right.
Why would you even do some shit like that? Let's get there first, and we'll work on everything else. What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's just look at it like this: would you look at your wife different if she had a drug addiction? Right.
I like the way you did that.
Would that be worse than
I like that.
her cheating?
You're right.
What if you got an issue where if you literally go to work and come home and half the shit then been took to the pawn shop?
Yeah, she got to go. That's the end all be all for me.
That's it.
I can't do that.
Putting the
junkie
family
shit.
in jeopardy.
I can't do the junkie shit, bro. I can't do the junkie shit. But
I'm sorry, y'all. We got X behind the boards today. My bad. He over there laughing and shit.
But again, for better for worse, bro.
Yeah, I get it. And there's some people, think about how many old couples stayed together for better for worse and went through all kinds of shit, put each other through all kinds of hell. Granddaddy might have been doing his thing, but then grandma was too. That's why your Uncle Larry looked different than your Uncle Bobby. You know what I'm saying?
And they twins.
I don't think it's got the same birthday. Oh shit!
You
See,
right
I can't do the drugs, man. I can't do the drugs.
So hold on, bitch. I gotta get some pushback on that because I'm gonna rock with Troy in this.
Okay.
You supposed to help him. You supposed to
Yeah,
give him some
but-
help. You can't just fucking.
I'll follow you, but I'm about to be 50. And who knows how long it's going to take before she gets in a place where she is willing to accept the help. You see what I'm saying? What, that's another 10, 15? I won't be 65 wondering where the fuck she at in the middle of the
but see,
night.
that to me, that's like having a health issue, right?
Right.
You can put that in the same vein, right?
Right.
So that's like you bouncing on her because she got the C word.
Nah. Because she didn't go out and smoke cancer. You know what I mean? She ain't sniff cancer. She made a choice to start the drug shit.
I'm not dealing with you.
I mean, I'm just saying.
But the bottom line is, man, at the end of the day, you became your union became one,
right.
and our responsibility is to toe the line,
Yeah.
right? And
Not
as the head
snort
of
the
the
line.
household-
Not snort the line. Walk the line.
but as the head of the household, there's some tough decisions that's always gonna be made under that roof,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And that's part of those tough decisions to say, you know what, this is something we're gonna have to fight
Right.
together,
Right.
to figure out,
But that it
the
takes
cure.
two to tango. If that partner ain't willing to get the help, you know what I mean?
But Vince, I believe in you, bro. I know that's not you because there's no one in hell you could say this is just hypothetical.
Okay.
Tiff get on the crack rock.
She gotta go, bro.
And you gonna watch her spiral out of control. You wouldn't be able to fucking sleep at night.
I might not, but I'll be sleeping somewhere else.
Oh shit. This motherfucker crazy.
I can't do the junkie, man. I can't do the junkie.
You gonna do the junkie.
I can't do the junkie,
I'm
man. I
telling you
saw
though,
that shit
Vince,
too
you
much
can't.
growing up.
because the bottom line is only gonna be so much put on you, as much as you can handle.
Right.
And if it came to that, you can handle it.
You think I could?
You absolutely
I think
can.
you can,
just
bro.
Y'all got a lot
gotta
more
do it.
faith in me than
Yeah,
I
I
do.
do, bro. I do.
know,
You gonna
and-
talk shit? Don't get it.
Now,
Yeah.
let me be very clear. In any one of those situations, it's probably going to be some very, very rocky times.
Oh, it's gonna be some rocky
some,
time.
some huge turbulation,
Yeah.
But then, yeah.
right? But the outcome, going to remain the same, for better, for worse.
I don't know, man.
But it's going to be some tough times in between. That's
Like
for
you
damn
said,
sure.
I'm gonna be talking some shit though.
Yeah.
Every
absolutely.
day I'm gonna
Yeah.
wake her
You
up at the
supposed
crack
to
of
do that.
dawn.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
going to be, it's going to be that.
Yeah.
you know. But that's what it's all about.
You're right.
That's
You're right.
why you chose her. She chose you, and y'all been rocking for how that many years for that reason.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
better, for worse.
But you gotta think, man. Everybody got a breaking point at some point.
This is true.
Something will break the camel's back. You know what I
This
mean?
is true.
But
Something will.
sometimes, man, when you really look at the breaking points, which everybody got their own breaking points, and they
Yeah.
all got their own feelings toward why they had a breaking point.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some breaking points that you can actually look at and go, man, I probably wouldn't have. That wouldn't have been my breaking point. You know what I'm saying? Like I was recently watching a show, man, where I heard this young man say, He had to choose between his life, his job, and his career, or his wife.
What?
And he chose the job.
No.
Like what?
No.
I don't know about that.
I can't see that one.
Right. So that's what when we start talking about for better for worse, like it came to me like, you know what? You know, for better for worse got to be deeper than any of this, you know, worldly stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we dealing with now a spirit and the emotion of a person.
Right.
We ain't just looking at today.
Yeah.
You know, this
okay, so I'm gonna give you a
goes on.
hypothetical though. Say she was addicted to crack. Okay, now she running through all the money. You know what I'm saying? Then I cut the money off. She gonna do something to get the money to get the fucking drugs. You know how that shit goes.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, am I willing to sit in the house with this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Like,
or you got to figure out, you know what, this is the kind of help I got to provide. I got to make sure she getting this kind of help. She got to get to this kind of facility. Whatever the case, that got to happen together. We got to walk through this so we can get out of this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And no different in any other situation.
You're right. You're right.
You know, there's two of us in this relationship.
Yeah.
Now, what's the chances that Tiff would have said, you know what, this dude get to come home talking about he's smoking the crack and he done lost all his money and blah blah blah. How fast you think she'd be like, get the hell on and she out?
She'll give me 6 months. I promise you. 6 months and I'm fucking out of there. I'm telling you.
That's what you like. That's what you would say right now. But I'm gonna tell you, man, I don't believe that. I think she would be the one saying, you know, I got to get him some help.
Yeah, she would. She would do that. But
you know, she ain't gonna just tell you.
It's so funny we're talking about this because me and Monique had a conversation. We had a conversation about this a couple times. You know, like you see a movie and the child dies, and the family and the husband and wife break up. She was like, "Do you think that would?" I said, "Dude, I can't say I don't think so because I think we be in the like mindset we could have another one. You know, that was during those times,
during that time,
shit like that. But I said, shit, I don't think it would. But now that I'm thinking about it, that's a toughie, man, because you could hold some resentment. Because if it was a car accident, one of the parents was driving.
That's what I'm saying. Or negligent.
And that's probably a nice percentage of folks that happened to.
Yeah.
That's probably a pretty big percentage of marriages.
Probably.
Yeah, just being negligent, like not watching the kid and they end up in the fucking pool. You know that person's going to have a little bit of resentment towards your ass.
Hell yeah.
Like if you'd been doing what the fuck you were supposed to be doing.
That's a toughie, man.
Yeah.
I'm just like, God damn. We've had a couple conversations about that one, man, and we still don't have an answer. You just don't know.
Just don't know, man.
Just don't know. And that's terrible.
That's horrible.
That's terrible.
That's horrible.
I got a story. Never forget. Me, Austin, and his mother were coming home, man, one night, and this when we was on the east side of Detroit over there. They called it Copper Canyon. That's where all the firefighters and all the police officers stayed, city workers and shit. And backing into the damn driveway, man, little narrow ass fucking driveway, man. I mean, it literally got to back the car all the way up to get out. You can't get out in between the house and shit like that, right?
Okay.
So I didn't back all the way up, man. Let him get out. I took him in the house. His mother went in the house, all that shit. I go back out to the car. I had one of those slow closing gates, you know, the screen door shit.
Yeah.
I put the car in reverse. This was before cameras and all that shit, right? I'm about to back up. I see the screen door closing again. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is it? Put the car in park. Something told me. I go get out the car. He's standing behind the fucking car.
Shit.
Like, Daddy.
Man.
My fucking heart.
Damn.
Hit the fucking ground, bro.
Yeah, that's scary, bro.
So that's what I'm saying. Shit like that. I had did that. Dude, that woman would have probably hated me for fucking life.
Yeah. She would have.
That's what I'm saying. So it's so hard, or she would have been like, you didn't know. Who fucking knows, though?
Yeah.
But again, that's just one of those doors, man, that you just don't know. You don't know until you have to walk through.
Yeah, and that's worse. Nah, I don't think it get too much worse than that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Cheating is not ain't even close to that.
No.
Because a lot of that cheating shit is just physical.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't a whole lot of mental shit involved. It ain't a lot. It's not even a long term thought. So you know, a lot of that shit, you can get past.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Something like that though.
Tough, man.
That's tough. And that's one of those doors again, man. If it open, you have to be willing to walk through it together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's got to be the epitome of for better or worse.
It's got to be.
I mean, we
man.
know we stand together for better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
goes
yeah.
without saying.
Yeah. You
You know what I'm saying? But I don't think people really know what that worse entails, man. It gets bad.
It can get bad, and then you think about it. You're gonna be the person that sees them at their fucking worst.
Or you know the worst shit about them.
Yeah.
Period.
That too.
And you like, fuck it, I'm staying with this motherfucker.
Ride or die, man. Me and my wife come tomorrow. It'll be 29 years.
Yes,
Okay.
Sirski.
Happy anniversary.
Congratulations, my
Congrats,
boy.
baby.
I love my
Happy
wife to
anniversary.
death. And me and her have, we've gone through the ups and the downs.
Yeah.
We just spent the last 9-10 days together on vacation and
Chilling.
just kind of celebrating. And that shit was great, man. It was relaxing. We had the whole circle of emotions, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It was
yeah.
just all the way off the chain.
Yeah.
And I said that to say, for better, for worse.
There you go.
Because
For
she
real.
definitely took me at my worst.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She chose to stick with me and ride out.
Yeah. And I say that about Monique all the time, man. I love her so much because she knows the worst shit about me.
Yeah.
And still willing to be like, you
Yeah.
ugly looking motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I take that.
Because at the end of the day, they know who you really are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They know who you really are. They know you ain't a real, that evil motherfucker that some people might think you are, or whatever.
But worse than that, they know who you really are.
Yeah.
Right? So I should say the best part about it, they know who you really are, and trading you in is like going to buy a used car.
Yeah.
You know
Oh, that's what you gonna get.
I already know my oil. I got an oil leak in this one.
Yeah.
And the transmission going out.
Yeah.
They already know that part.
Mm-hmm.
Tires need to be replaced,
Got to tap that gas before you crank it up.
but they know the sweet
Oh,
spot.
carburetor.
They know the sweet spot on how to make it run smooth. They go pick up this new shiny one over here.
Yeah,
It's got
yeah,
detail.
yeah,
They
yeah.
know they got arthritis, high blood pressure.
Hey,
back
that motherfucker
messed up.
came from
No
Florida.
teeth.
It was in the flood.
Oh, I got flood down.
Right. Wiring all fucked up and shit.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
living down here, man, it could have been, he could have been Sherry, and now he's Steve.
Yeah.
Man, hey,
Hey,
I'm
motherfucker
just
was
saying.
Frank in Cleveland.
I'm
know
just
what I'm
saying.
Moved to Atlanta. That motherfucker Francine.
Yeah, motherfucker. A dainty little thing.
Dainty little thing.
I think they got more security with sticking with that old Buick that they keep pulling up.
Right. So let's check this out, y'all. What we try to tell y'all is, man, the worst can get really fucking bad.
Yeah.
It can.
And to think that you leave somebody, go find you somebody new, and that possibility of that worst thing happening again it's just not true.
Just not
Like you'll come out better, I promise you, if you can just try to work this shit out with your person.
Yep.
Yeah. But quick question though. For better or for worse, does that mean that you got to put up with their fucking
Well,
worst?
don't be nobody's fool.
I was about to say their worst over and over and
Nah.
over again.
Nah, we ain't even talking about that type
Because
shit.
that ain't no 50-50.
Yeah, we ain't talking about that type shit.
50-50.
That sounds like some pimping shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't
no
what we talking
50-50
about.
right there.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
You know.
right.
Now, I
Yeah.
got a question for you brothers, though, man, because this question was posed to me a couple of days ago.
Mhm.
In terms of being married,
Okay.
would you go to a marriage counselor with your wife and counsel with someone who's never been married versus someone who's been married and divorced?
The never been married is hard because you don't know my struggle. I mean, you may have all the book knowledge about how relationships work, but unless you've been in it for better or for worse and went through the storm with somebody, then you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Divorce is different.
And see, that's why I asked that question when me and John and his boy did that pod about old girl that was talking to Cam Newton
Okay.
because she's single.
Yeah.
She a dime piece. It ain't the physical. We know it, and we know that, right?
Right.
So I asked them, do y'all take any? Take any stock in anything she's saying because she's single? And we all agree. We do because in her situation, we're talking about the counseling and the fucking I guess the psychotherapy or whatever. That's what she went to school for.
Mm-hmm.
I rock with that.
Mm-hmm.
But when we talking relationships and marriage, that's tough for me.
Yeah. I
The
feel the same way.
psychological shit,
Yeah.
Okay, you went to school for that.
Right.
Right.
You learned about the brain.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But learning about relationships, you got to be in it to
You
win.
got to be in it. That's what I'm saying. You got to be there, went through the fights and the cussing outs and the you know what I mean, the wondering and the debating and the back and forth. You got to be able to went through that shit.
Yeah,
for me.
but
And
to
that's like
answer
showing
your
up out there in
question,
Spirit, trying to be a pilot for Spirit.
there you go.
And they teacher ain't never flew a plane. That's
Ain't never-
how
he make paper planes and fly. 'em.
Hey,
Yeah.
he can tell you all the answers to the test though.
Yeah.
Right.
He ain't never jumped his ass in one of the Spirit airplane.
That's what I'm saying.
If
but
you can fly a Spirit airplane, you can fly anything.
oh, man, shit. Fly me to Hawaii.
Hell yeah, nigga. Hell yeah.
But no, to answer your question, man, I don't. Because the marriage, it's the marriage thing. Because this shit is something that shouldn't be taken lightly.
And it's
Yep.
intricate and it's complicated. And if you don't know,
And every day is something different.
yeah.
So for the one that's never been or not, I can't say. I can't.
Now what about one that's been divorced?
Like I said, that's different. I can rock with him or her because they've been through some shit.
Or one that is married. Yeah.
Yeah.
hell
Oh, for sure, somebody who's
Yeah.
married. I don't
Yeah.
think that would be a tough one at all.
Yeah.
Right.
But if they was divorced,
I rock with that.
and
Yeah.
I got something with that one as well because I feel like they can tell us or be a part of some of the conversations because they've been there,
They
Yeah.
experience.
and they
Yeah.
can certainly explain to you the actual some of their breaking points.
Right.
Because
They
there's
are
some people
experienced.
that'll tell you, man, just come to a point where you just better to just break up.
Yeah.
Right, and maybe they can point in some of those directions, because they've been there.
Yeah.
But it is a little bit tougher to deal with somebody who's never done it.
Yeah.
And
I
then
say so.
when you look at somebody who has been divorced and telling you some advice, part of you like, well, damn, am I gonna have the outcome you just
Yeah,
had?
exactly. Listening to your ass. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a pretty tough one, man.
That's a good one though, man. But no, I definitely the one that's never been or not even in a relationship. That would be tough. That's hard. And I know you got the academics to go with the
Right.
with the job. But
Right.
But marriage ain't academics,
There you go.
and you know what? Marriage ain't cookie cutter
No.
Right.
because all marriages is gonna have unique differences,
Mhm.
and you ain't gonna just learn marriage from a book.
Exactly.
Right.
Just like Mike Tyson said, everybody got to play until
Till
you
they
get punched in the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marriage liable to punch you in the face the first day,
Right.
Man.
right? You
And
could
keep punching your
you
ass.
could be coming down the aisle and you got a plan on this white picket fence and all this, and then the next morning
Uh-huh.
you wake up with a gut punch.
Right.
that
Right.
Maybe I can't get to the white picket fence right away.
Yep.
Right.
You just get divorced,
Yep.
right? So you gotta, you gotta have somebody who
And
already
divorce
had
ain't
that
as
gut
easy as
check.
everybody think it is either now.
No.
And
That shit is very
I don't know
convoluted.
about if y'all saw this, man, but I don't know if y'all seeing the change. But man, for about I don't know how many years recently, especially right after COVID, every other commercial seemed like there was a divorce attorney.
Right.
Have y'all noticed? You don't really hear
Yeah,
it no
that's
more?
because motherfuckers was forced to be together during the
But
lockdown.
have y'all noticed those commercials are going
You know
away?
what I mean?
Hey,
Yeah.
lockdown was something else.
Something else, man.
Hey.
And think about that. Can you imagine being locked down with the
Somebody
motherfucker
you
who
really
been
don't like.
right, or somebody who been beating your ass for the last 10 years, and now every time he see you, this motherfucker like, ah, you know what I mean? That shit had to be rough,
I
man.
can't. Being on lockdown how we were, and you with somebody you don't fuck with.
Yeah,
Well, that's big. They had a bigger issue before COVID.
yeah, they did. They did.
Exactly.
That has amplified it.
Yeah, if being locked down with your spouse is that bad,
You saying COVID? It didn't just start with COVID.
no. If it's that
Hey.
bad, then you had a problem a long time.
Oh,
Yeah, you
so
did.
so what you saying, man? They trying to get people divorced, man?
I did.
'Cause
I
it's
think.
big
I think
business?
for. I think really, man. I really think for a minute there, divorce was becoming big business,
Yeah,
and the divorce attorneys became cheaper. You start hearing more advertisement, especially on the black radio stations. It was almost every other commercial, just like the ambulance chasers right now.
yeah,
Every other commercial is somebody chasing an ambulance, telling you about if you've been hit in a wreck. It went from the truck drivers, now it's down to the people who ride the segways and the scooters.
pain for your
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So I think those divorce commercials added to the popularity of saying I quit.
I quit. Yeah, yeah,
Well, I can go just get a divorce for $99.
yeah.
Yeah.
right? So I think that was also affecting, especially brown and black people.
Oh yeah.
You know, because our divorce rate became a lot higher. You know, because it became cheaper,
Right. Right.
and it was easier to be like, well, I'll just walk away.
Yeah. And see, you can just walk away when you don't have any financial stock in the marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't care, but like the more money you make, the harder it fucking is to get divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, so that speaks to exactly what you're saying. Big business. Like it's so hard to get divorced the more money you make.
Yeah. Yeah. You got shit tied up and together. Yeah. It's that shit is different.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is
I
different.
mean, if you think about it, how many people want to uproot and change their entire life, right? You know, that means the home that you've been going home to,
Yeah.
you know, the neighbors that you got, and the community in which you live in, and you know, all your life basically is what's been going on, and all of a sudden you ready to uproot and completely change because you think it's going to be greener grass on the other side,
Yeah.
and the reality is it's probably not.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I'm sure there's a percentage of people who have had better success being divorced and remarried. I'm sure
Right.
there's a large percentage of those people,
Mm-hmm.
but that's a risk that you have to take. You know, and not everybody's going to be successful with that outcome.
And the older you get, the bigger the risk.
Yeah,
Like I'm just being serious. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The older you get, the bigger the fucking risk when you do it. When you talking divorce, man.
Yeah. 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 And that's. I mean. Yeah. I feel what you're saying, Troy. Like to just walk away from everything you fucking know and put blood, sweat, and tears into, unless you got something set up over there.
but again, that's a bigger issue.
Yeah.
You know, you
Because
already done
human nature
premeditated
is-
planning.
Yeah. Human nature is too. We want what we want until we get it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then you don't really want the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So yeah.
And I'm sure most of these dudes don't want that single life. They talk that,
Yeah.
you know, but ain't nobody trying to run around chasing.
That's what a lot of
all the
people
time.
said. I was watching your boy Joe Budden podcast. They saying that's the problem with Drake. That's why he got so many problems with people.
Okay.
All the people he fucking with are in happy relationships, got families, all this shit like that. He wants that
Yeah.
and can't get it because he can't trust no fucking body.
Why not?
That's what they was talking about, and then I thought, because you know he just shot at Jay-Z, so
Like,
and
shot at him?
nobody's understanding that.
Hold on, what you mean?
Drake, he sent a sub
Oh, okay.
picture. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
nah,
I'm like,
nah,
wait a
hell no.
Like, I know I've been out the country, but
He'll be like, ew, what's this?
Right. That nigga damn sure ain't no shooter.
So he shot a picture. He posted a picture of Solange, and in the backdrop he had the picture of Jay-Z coming off the elevator the night she kicked and slapped him.
Man, how many years ago has that been?
So that's what he put that up.
So he's childish on top of that.
Yeah, so they
So
said
he's actually lonely.
that's what everybody keeps saying.
yeah.
Wow.
That's what everybody. He's not happy with his life, so he's fucking with everybody else.
Fuck with everybody else. That's
I
crazy.
don't know.
That's crazy.
Sound on brand to me.
Yeah, it could be. It could be the case. And then he kind of like fucking misfit anyway.
Dude, he's actually corny.
Right.
I love his music. I won't tell that lie and
But
say
you know what?
he's a cornball.
He
But that's
actually-
cool.
He's actually one of the guys that's a great example for that poll that John put out. How long women are willing to wait, you know, to get married?
Yeah.
How long are you willing to be with this guy before you actually get a ring?
Right.
I'm sure there are some females in his life that have been sitting there waiting and waiting
And
waiting.
they're worthy of a ring.
Yeah.
Dig what I'm saying? And how long are y'all gonna sit there and wait on this red flag that's been circling around you forever? Because the first red flag is you got into a relationship with him and it's been how many other years and you still ain't married.
Right.
All right, so at some point just let me go look for somebody who can really be compatible and have a relationship with.
Right.
But how long are they willing to wait? That's a good question.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, man. That and goddamn, I don't want to shit on nobody by saying this, but when you give a dude a baby or maybe two, you really probably decrease your chances because if he got you pregnant, the man that wants to be like that and he's cut from that cloth, he's trying to marry your ass
Yeah.
soon
Yeah.
and very fucking soon.
Right.
Yeah.
You give a dude a couple babies, you probably not getting a ring. And I'm just, I hate to fucking
Why
say
is
it.
it? Why is our, and again, I wish we had the stats on some of this conversation today,
What we got?
man. But I wonder why that is such a big factor in our community.
What?
If she's worthy enough to have babies with, why ain't she worthy enough to marry?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like I don't get that.
That's
And
true.
I know that we've talked about similar conversation, and just some of the other races don't have an issue like that.
Well, then too, it kind of go back to what we talked about the other day, Perry, the uncommunicated expectations too.
Boop. Mm-hmm.
Because if she's just willing to be some pussy, without setting, you know what I'm saying, some parameters to this thing, like, hey, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna have to do this. If she just willing to be that, then that's what the fuck she gonna be.
Right.
In the dude's mind, that's the only thing he see her as. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, here we go right here. In 2022, there were about 4.15 million black families in the United States with a single mother. About 47% of black mothers are single mothers, compared to 21% of all mothers and 14% of white women. So yeah, shit, 4.15 million black families in the United States have single mothers. That's a fucking lot.
It's a lot, bro.
Well, you gotta split some of that in half. Yeah, obviously we know that because some of the dudes is incarcerated.
And some aren't, just ain't shit.
Yeah, well, but it baffles me, man, as I see some of the younger guys make decisions, especially some of this new wave of young folks.
Yeah.
And it's just became so popular and natural almost to just had to. She just my baby mama.
Yeah.
But you live with her every day, like y'all doing all of the things you would do in a marriage.
Right.
But you just don't get married. And I just don't understand it. It baffles me. I really don't. I don't know where they got this because if you look at it, it's tough to even insure each other.
Yep.
Even though because they do have this thing now where you can have I forgot what they call it on your insurance forms for work and all that. But you can't have a partner.
Yeah.
Right. But it's tough to even have the actual insurances and life insurances and all of those things in place, when you don't get married.
Yeah.
But then too, guys, you gotta think about too, man. It just ain't for everybody.
Well, then don't play house.
But you can't.
You can't even tell these little motherfuckers that.
Yeah,
I don't understand. I really don't get the difference.
They wear it as a badge of honor, man. I'm having a baby. We having a gender reveal. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm having this my third one. Like
And all them got they got a different last name from their mama. So when she go in there to the doctor's office with them, Miss Johnson, yeah, I got little Tay Ray Robinson.
Hey, man.
They, what the hell?
Yeah. Shit, man. Little Ricky and Doughboy.
and look here. In 2020, 37% of black children lived in a household with two biological parents. 48% lived in a single household, and 4% lived in a step family. Man, we fucked.
We can do better, man. We just gotta, again. I just
Jesus
wonder,
Christ.
and hopefully, people watching the show, if y'all jump in the comments and let us know if y'all know some stats on how long these women willing to wait.
Yeah.
And then the extra question is why.
Yeah,
Like
we
if you tell
definitely
me I'm
gonna
willing
get
to wait
into that
15 years,
one. Yeah.
or I'm willing to wait 5 years, I want to why are you willing to wait so long if this is something that's real? Now, let me make sure I'm clear. I ain't expecting you to just marry somebody in the first year or two you just met them, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You want to get to know the person.
For sure.
I get that completely. But if you living together and y'all got bills together and you got kids and like y'all got a regular family, what's the problem?
Yeah, you may as well go ahead.
And I'm gonna tell you what made me think about this, man, is I don't know if y'all been watching the Young Dolph situation and all that.
Yeah.
But all this time, man, I never knew he never married that woman.
Nah, he didn't.
Shit. They
He
weren't
didn't.
married.
And his kids were like pretty good age.
Yeah.
They was talking about how they had been together for decades. What is the problem?
Yeah.
Now that he's gone, handling all of the life insurances, his estate, like I know that's got to be torture because they're not married.
Right. It's a bunch of red tape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bunch of red tape.
Bunch of bullshit.
But she was worthy enough to be with her this time and live with her and have a family and all that, but just not enough for you to actually
Not
marry.
enough, yeah.
Maybe they just want a clause, an out clause.
I don't understand this shit, man.
Maybe they just want to be able to walk the fuck away, you know what I mean, whenever they feel it.
I guess. But
I mean, you still
child
have the right
support
to
is a
do that whenever
motherfucker.
you feel like it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
why we do have a divorce.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know, man. But see, so that episode is going to piggyback off of this one then. Because this is for better or worse. All right, Troy, give them your summation before we get out of here on this better or for worse.
for better for worse, literally, that's what it means to me.
Right.
You know, I
right.
can't speak for everybody else's definition of it, but for me, that means that's it. I said I do. She said I do. And I was lucky enough for my wife to say, you know what, I do, and I want to marry your ass, and I appreciate it. Now, it's been up and downs, but we have walked through all of that.
Yeah.
And I would tell this to, you know, anybody who's looking at getting married or want to be a part of this situation, be man enough to say I do, and then be man enough to stick it out. For better or worse.
I got you. For better, for worse. I'm going to tell you like this. It's part of the vows. It's part of what you say before your family, part of what you say before God. But if you know in your heart of heart you ain't built like that, then don't do that shit.
Don't waste nobody's time, man.
Don't waste nobody's time. Because that's what it means. It means for better or for worse. Now, if you're not willing to go there with that person, then you might as well step the fuck away.
Yep.
Because it's going to be some rough shit. And it's going to be some good shit.
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully the good shit will outweigh the bad shit, but it's still going to be some bad shit.
Yeah.
So if you're not cut out to deal with real life adult situations, then you need to stay in the playground.
Yeah, baby. You ain't for this. Go play in them wood chips.
There you go.
Because
There
you ain't
go.
ready for this. For better or for worse is just what it is.
Yep.
Flat out. That's what the fuck it is. But that is no fucking, you know, like, we're not telling you just because you said for better or for worse, you can just be an asshole.
Right. It's not a license.
And
to be
everything,
an
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's not a license to be a dick. That's not what that is, man,
Right.
because nobody deserves to have to put up with your bullshit, and it goes vice versa. But for better for worse, it's just what it is, man. And old ass cliche, treat people how you want to be treated,
Yeah, it still works.
but it's so real.
Lead by example.
Yeah.
Okay,
There you go.
all that.
And
All
stand
that.
on business, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. Stand on the business, you know, lead by example, and stick, man. Be willing to fight because it's gonna happen, and just stick it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Right
It's
on.
always getting better.
Yeah.
Going through something is much better than being stuck in something.
Yeah.
I'd rather be walking through dog shit than to be standing. in something.
Yeah, stuck and can't move.
You know what I'm
Yeah. Right on, right on. All right, man. Well, we appreciate y'all, man. Brother X, we appreciate you for sitting in and producing this thing for us,
Yes,
brother.
sir. Yes, sir.
And
We got a lot more to come.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like we always do about this time, I'm your boy Perry,
I'm Trouble T.
Your boy Vince.
and we out.
Peace.
Peace.
I've been putting